Ricky here, and you're watching Ricky Talk Shop. Thank you for tuning in. Today I have a Mosky Black Rat mini distortion pedal. I have really personally gotten into these mini pedals lately. This one, it comes from China. It was like 18, 19 bucks on eBay. And I am going to plug this in and show you how it sounds. But first I just want to show you this pedal. It's a nice, true bypass switch. You've got your distortion, your volume, your filter control on it, which is like, it's a reverse tone control. So as you turn it down, you get more treble, more high end. And it has a vintage and turbo switch. What this does is it switches between your standard clipping diodes and LED clipping like you would find in a Turbo Rat. So pretty standard features. Now what I really want to show you on this is I've got the back cover off. And again, this was 18, 19 bucks. But check out the parts in there. I mean, we've got a nice, really good quality true bypass switch. These are between $3 and $5 just for that part. That is a good switch. If we look at our circuit board now, there are, I don't know if you can see it, but there are two circuit boards in there, and they're just mirrored one on top of the other. So if you're wondering where half the circuit is, it's on the other side here. But if we look at our components here, first off, we've got the LM308 IC chip. There are definitely cheaper chips that they could get and use. So, way to go there. We've got good metal film resistors. We've got film capacitors. And the real reason I want to show you this is, some nice, decent quality jacks. The wiring's good. The build quality is clean. If you were to call me and say you wanted a Rat clone, I would probably use, I mean, maybe not identical parts, but very, very similar quality parts. If you were to spend, say, 150 bucks on a boutique pedal, a boutique Rat clone, and if you opened it up and you saw these parts, you would be happy with that. And this one's only 19 bucks, 18 bucks. And some of you might be wondering how is that possible? You know, how can a $19 distortion pedal from China be the same quality and the same kind of parts that you would get in a $150 boutique pedal? And the secret is that electronic parts are cheap. I mean, super, super cheap. Like all the resistors in here, and I don't buy in huge bulk. I buy in small bulk. So I get like 3,000 resistors at a time. And I pay, it's like 1/3 of a penny per resistor. It costs almost nothing to put this together with, I mean, really good high quality parts. And if you're, if you're like, I'm sure this factory is just cranking these out as fast as they can. So they're paying just nothing for these components. Now we'll talk about the bad side of this particular pedal. When I got it and I plugged it in right away, it sounded really dark, which is not really normal for a Rat. And so I first thing I did, I got online and I found some comparisons where there's some other YouTube videos where people compare this side by side with like a real Rat or some other. There was one video where they compared it with another Rat clone. I don't remember what it was called, but it's one that's like $10 or $15 more. And the difference, the tonal difference, was pretty obvious. This one was a lot darker. So I went through the whole circuit piece by piece, and what I found, I've got this written down here. Should have had this in front of me, but I didn't. So what I found is the part number on the circuit board, R14, the part in the original Rat is a 1.5K resistor, and the part in this one is a 10K resistor, and that resistor is part of this filter circuit, so it's part of your tone control. And it was a little tricky because that part is on the other side. It's on the bottom circuit board in here, and there's a lot more components over there on that side, so everything's packed in a lot tighter. So it was a little tricky to replace that, but I did. I put the right part in there, and it's fine. It works perfectly. It sounds like a Rat should. But yeah, I just wanted to show you this. And I do have another pedal coming too. I have a Tube Screamer clone that is supposedly built to the same standard as this. I'll show you guys that one when it comes. I think that one was like $1 or $2 more than this, so 19-20 bucks. All right, I'll put the bottom cover back on this, and we'll get it plugged in and show you how it sounds. All right, we are back, and we've got our Mosky Black Rat plugged in, and I've got all the settings. This is pretty much where I run it. That LED is pretty bright. But I've got the gain down a little, the volume up a little bit, filter up a little in vintage mode. Show you what this does. Oops. So there's what I'm usually getting out of it. Kind of a early 80s, like early hair metal kind of tone. I like it. I like it a lot. I'm quite pleased with it. Kind of show you kind of where this gain control does. So I'm down a little bit with it. Now on a Rat, as you turn the gain up, as you get, so like right here we're still starting to get a little fuzzy. If you get the gain up though, it does a cool like punky kind of fuzz thing. not what I necessarily want out of the pedal, but it's a cool tone. I know there's people out there that really like that. And it's not, the Rat is typically considered kind of a 80s metal kind of pedal, but I mean, there's some other really cool stuff in here. We'll go back to kind of where I play at, and I'll show you the turbo mode. Again, all this does is this switches the type of clipping diode. And it's kind of surprising how much difference it makes in this circuit. So check this out. So it's a lot more of like a hard clip type of distortion. Let's see what it does with the gain up into that kind of fuzz territory. Like it doesn't do a whole lot. I mean, it once you get past about there on the knob, it's like it gets a little fuzzier in the low end as you go up, but there's not nearly as much adjustment in that gain knob on turbo mode. But there it is. Mosky Black Rat Distortion. $18–19 from China on eBay. If you have some soldering skills and can replace that one resistor. Again, it was R14, I believe. Now I want to double check my notes. Yeah, R14 on the circuit board. The part in the pedal is 10K. It should be 1.5K. It is a little tricky to get to, but if you can swap one resistor, this is a great, extremely well-made pedal that I would definitely recommend. If you don't have the skills to swap out that resistor, I would personally recommend that you look elsewhere. I know there are some other Rat clones out there for, I think this is the cheapest one, and again, the build quality in this and the quality of parts is just amazing. But yeah, if you can't swap that resistor, then you shouldn't buy this. All right, there it is. Thank you guys for watching. Post any questions, comments. Till next time.